10 kinds of people to never trust. All right, let's see what this is.
A person's trust.
Let's skip right ahead. Here we go.
Ways to get into trouble and accumulate disappointments. In this video, we'll see 10 types of people we should keep well away from.
All right.
Number 1. People who only talk about themselves.
Huh.
People who are
They never ask you about you and how you're doing, and they don't want to hear about you or what's going on with you. They only want to talk about their own situations. Interesting. If you're wondering why I might be banning some people, it's because tonight people already are trying to derail the stream with stuff that has nothing to do with me, and literally has absolutely nothing to do with the content on this stream. They're coming in here and they're doing it on purpose. They're trying to stir conversation. They're trying to get people to talk about shit. Has nothing to do with anything. You're going to see people get banned, and I'm just going to keep doing it, okay?
I'm going through a hard time in my life right now. And the moral support you guys are giving me is fantastic. I always said love outweighs the hate. And it's damn true, brother.
When I started on YouTube, that was a bad time in my life, too. Like, my life at that point, my job, I felt like I was being completely underappreciated. I was overworked. My personal life was not good. I felt sick all the time. I was drinking way too much. I was basically depressed.
They're most likely not even interested in you. A conversation should involve both parties and not be one way.
That's right.
Knowing how to listen is an integral part of a conversation. Therefore, if you're dealing with an egocentric and narcissistic person who thinks only about himself, my advice is to stay away from them and dedicate this time to those who are genuinely interested in you. Number 2.
Okay.
Passive-aggressive people.
Passive aggression is really annoying. Really annoying. Because, you know, there's people who are pissed at you, but they won't outright say it. You know what I mean? Or they'll do things underhanded, and you only find out about it later. It's like, why wouldn't you have the balls to just say something to me that you had a problem? Passive aggression, that's a real big pet peeve of mine. I received 0 contributions. This is hilarious because you know this guy done dumb shit. Probably not that bad, but he's probably done some really dumb shit. Like, you gotta really think, like, what are you doing? You're just setting yourself up for the fall, dude. Because everyone who said shit about shit like this to me, then they get exposed years later. It's not me that does it, but then they get exposed years later. It's way worse. Remember Pro Jared? Remember when he tweeted about me for no good reason? What happened to him? I mean, dude, you can't be fucking saying shit like that. That was just dumb.
Recognizing a passive-aggressive personality is not always easy. In fact, those suffering from this disorder could present themselves in a charismatic, seductive, and affable way, with a peculiar sense of irony and sarcasm. However, it takes time to understand more deeply the dynamics of this personality.
You're trying to, oh, I don't get the benefits here that I did on Twitch. That's great, but do you still like my content? Do you still like my streams? Do you like it when I play games and interact with you guys? Okay, then to become a member. I understand you're not getting the same benefits here that you were getting over there. I can't do anything about that. I don't code YouTube, you know what I mean? And I understand, oh, well, I'll get better value on Twitch. Okay, so you're telling me then you don't want me to keep doing this.
If you recognize these people, keep away from them for your own good.
Because that's the thing, like, sometimes people will be teasing to you or whatever, and because they're joking, they think it's funny, and or it's a way of them actually breaking the ice and being friendly with you. But others are serious, and then you can't really tell what the hell's going on. Super Meat Boy is in the stream chat, whining and complaining, saying that I never talk to anyone unless they tip me or they send me money, which is completely false. All he's been doing is sitting there all night complaining that he's depressed, and no one cares. And everyone's basically ignoring him because you're like, dude, we just don't care. You know, you come in, the first thing you say is you're depressed. And what are we supposed to say to that? Now he expects that I'm going to derail the whole stream to talk to him live. So let's do it. Super Meat Boy, how you doing? You're really depressed tonight, huh? You're really depressed. Gotta derail my whole stream and be negative in the stream chat because no one's paying you attention. So now I'm paying you attention, all right? So here we go. How you doing? They think it's funny. Now he's not talking. Now he's silent. And now he says, I'm not even listening anymore. All right, great. Well, now you can be timed out. You know, sometimes you got to realize that streams aren't just about you.
Number 3. Gossipy people.
Oh, boy.
Rest assured, if someone talks badly about other people around you, the time will most definitely come when this person will talk badly about you to someone else.
Yep.
And I'm not referring to those who occasionally may have criticized a common acquaintance in the midst of a conversation, but rather to those serial bad-mouthers who have made a lifestyle out of knocking others down.
Now, I got a $1 tip from Tevin. Now, who knows if it's the real Tevin, who's a fucking another hemorrhoid on my ass, right? Tevin has to be mentally ill. Hey, you said it, not me. I don't know, man. You said it, not me. I'm not like other content creators who have a bunch of product placements, sponsorships, and partnerships. I don't get paid behind the scenes by any company to play their games or to shill a product. You notice I'm not selling you anything on the stream. I'm not a salesman.
Gossip never brings anything good, because gossiping is a toxic behavior.
Yep. This fucking guy, again, Stream Sniper, thinks, oh, well, Phil's gonna have fun without me. He'll join the lobby and he'll try to hog the lobby. And then if I leave, okay, I don't want to play in that lobby, I'll leave. He'll go find me in another lobby and hog me down. It's like, dude, do you not understand? That's not trollish behavior. That's like mentally ill behavior. That's stalkerish, borderline fucked in the head, obsessive behavior. Oh yeah, it's terrible. And the thing is, seriously, how many people on YouTube today are incredibly popular and all they do is gossip, but they're under the guise of things like news or commentary?
Number 4, people who speak ill of their ex-partner.
That's a,
This
you know
point
what,
is-
I'll agree there that that's kind of a really big one. I don't have any contact whatsoever with any ex-partners at all. I don't. All my ex-partners, we moved on with our lives and we have not had contact further at all. So I wish them all the best, right? But I'm happy that they never came back with like giant, slanderous things against me, just like I have never done that against them, because there's no point to doing that. And especially it's bad when people try to do that to make themselves look good. Like bring up something from the past, like distant past, because it makes you look good because your ex was this or that. I really don't like that at all. That shows a lot of immaturity, basically. I get a call, all right. The call is from my ex's job saying, your ex, had a medical issue and we need you to come pick her up. And I'm like, well, first of all, she's my ex. We don't go out anymore. So why am I getting this call? So apparently there was no one else. None of her friends wanted to help her or whatever. At that point, my ex was in the process of moving out of the house. Like, she had some of her stuff out already, and she was staying somewhere else temporarily, but she was kind of half in, half out at this time. So I was like, well, I guess I'll do the nice thing. That shows a lot of immaturity. I'll be the nice guy. I'll go and get her and figure out what the hell's going on. By the time that I got into her job, she was already at the hospital. So I took the car, because by the way, I was still letting her drive my car despite the fact that we were broken up. She was still driving my car. I was that nice of a guy. Like, bring up something from the past, like distant past, because it makes you look good because your ex was this or that. I really don't like that at all. That shows a lot of immaturity.
Number 5, pathological liars. There isn't much to say here, but I couldn't
People who
omit-
just constantly can't stop lying. I knew a couple of people like that. I had a friend when I was a kid who, he would tell the tallest tales for no reason. I guess he felt like that's how he fit in, is because he would always tell a really big, tall tale or something. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have to explain why trusting a pathological liar isn't a great idea,
I
right?
climbed Mount Everest.
But how do you recognize this type of person? It's quite simple. Usually, when pathological liars tell a story, they're either the heroes or the victims of pretty much any situation.
It always seems like it's too... The story is too exaggerated to be true, and there's some kind of giant embellishment in it. And this is when I was a kid. Keep in mind, this is a long time ago. Corporal punishment was still kind of accepted in schools. This woman beat kids with rulers. This woman will put you in the closet. This woman will make you stand in the hallway, in the corner. Basically, lots of ways to humiliate you to make you behave. I saw kids get slapped like this, backhand to the face. I saw people like real hard. Boom! Rulers to the leg, to the arms. Now for me, I don't know what it was. I didn't act up. I was one of Sister Anna Mae's favorites. She thought that I was one of the nicest kids. I listened to what she said. Not that I was overdoing goody two-shoes. So it ended up being actually, my report cards. I always got high grades. People were saying, oh, Phil's really, he behaves himself.
Number 7, people who don't respect you. If someone takes disrespectful attitudes toward you, even if it's someone you love or particularly care about, stop justifying and forgiving them every time.
Hey guys, you want to shut up in the chat about completely unrelated nonsense and talk about the game? Because you're fucking being stupid and I don't like it. I'm going to be honest. When you guys do this, I know you're doing it on purpose to piss me off. You know it's not allowed. And there's regulars doing it. And if I fucking see it, I'm just going to start removing people. There's some good engagement. There's people whining. Why? Because they want a New Game Plus, and I'm not doing New Game Plus. So they're whining about it. Oh, I don't like this. I'm being honest. Both yesterday and today, these streams are being less supported than the other playthroughs I was doing. Stop complaining. Seriously, people complaining, which is ridiculous. In the chat, I just started. I'm an hour in. By the way, I'm going to say this right now. Everyone shut up about someone being banned in the chat. That's not what we're here for. I'm trying to talk and learn to interact with you guys about stuff this week. And, oh, someone got banned. Did you hear you got banned? Oh, he's banned. He's banned. Shut the fuck up. No one cares. I really don't. Oh, you got banned? Did you hear you got banned? What are you, 4 years old? Shut up. I'm here to have a party, not to dick around with immature idiots. All right? Gee, like people act like they're 4 years old on my fucking streams. Like, shut the fuck up.
Once in a while, this may happen. But if this is a regular occurrence, then their behavior is absolutely out of line, and they must learn to manage themselves better.
Sadly, I have known people like that, and yes, people close to me.
Number 8. People who always know more than you do. Do you have a problem at work? Well, rest assured that these people will always have a bigger problem than you do. Do you have a date with a beautiful woman or a handsome man? Rest assured that they will have a date with an even more beautiful woman or an even more handsome man.
My girlfriend is hot enough to be a swimsuit model. Seriously, like, she's got a really smoking body, and you know, she's pretty, and so I am not going to basically say anything in regards to that. 'Cause, I mean, I'm very happy with Kat. I'm very lucky to have her. Let's put it that way. So, the loudest fart did a 25. Would you like me to reiterate everything I said on the podcast specifically for you? Because you showed up late, and now you want to ask the same questions that I already completely answered sufficiently earlier in the show. In fact, how about this? We'll have a special show just for you. It's the Level 1 podcast just for the latecomer who wants to second guess and ask me questions I already answered earlier to try to make me like a gotcha moment on my podcast, all right? Did I literally not do a segment explaining that mini PC has no ventilation whatsoever? There's no fan or cooling. So even though it might play a 3D game, it's not meant to do that because it will overheat. AMD processors are meant to overheat. They're not good. They're not like Intel processors with a cooling solution. This thing is going to overheat.
Number 10. People with no sense of humor.
Wow. No sense of humor at
Okay,
all?
I left this point for last. But as far as I'm concerned, it could easily go to first place.
I think the most annoying person in this situation would be someone who just absolutely positively refuses to laugh at themselves and their own shortcomings.
What you can expect from this sort of video is shaky camera work, and my hand will feature heavily because I point at things on screen because, well, my viewers are quite stupid and they don't know what I'm talking to. So if I say I'm trying this and I don't point at it, they won't know.
He's having a problem with me pointing at things in a video. He thinks that's bad, that I pointed at something in a video. Would you prefer to just stare at the noodles on the counter with nothing? And you notice he keeps going with his nose? That's because I have postnasal drip. And when I eat, my postnasal drip tends to kick in. It's not nice. Every time I eat a meal, I've got snot dripping down the back of my throat. But people think it's funny. Oh, that's funny. No, it's a medical condition. It's not funny. It's something I've had to deal with my whole life. It's not funny to make fun of someone because I have postnasal drip. Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip going. Snort, snort, snort. Kogan. Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip going. Damn, I got the drip going. I got the tips going.